In 2015, the Escape from Alcatraz Triathlon celebrates its 35th anniversary.
This will be my 10th time racing here, and this is the 35th anniversary of the race. So we're seeing past champions come on the race course, show us why they're past champions, and people who earn the title here, they earn it for a reason, and they carry that mantle proudly.
Every legend in the sport, I feel, has been here, raced and won. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
We looked at American races as the popular races to do, and you know who was winning those. And I think Greg Welch won this race back in the day, but you know we looked at these races to hopefully one day come and do. And the fact that I've been able to come here and do this race every year has been really special.
From the very beginning, when the Escape from Alcatraz Triathlon was first raced back in 1981, this iconic event has enticed the world's elite and top amateur triathletes with the opportunity to attempt the impossible: escape from Alcatraz Island. While the course has changed numerous times over the many years, the defining aspects of the race remain unchanged. The mystique of the location, the high-risk race course, and most significantly, the challenge of the open water swim in bitterly cold conditions continues to draw competitors from all over the world wanting to achieve what the record books note as only ever occurring once in history: a successful escape from the rock known as Alcatraz.
I want to be off the bike in the front. I'm not as fast a runner as Andy. I think this is just a real strength course, and Andy knows this course. He's won here 6 times. He knows the deal. He knows how to win. So if I can be off 30 seconds, a minute would be great.
If you're foolish with your race tactics, the course will come back and bite you, because it's those who not only tactically race their competitors, but also the race course, knowing what's in store for them. I think the sand ladder, I've had things come together on the sand ladder here, where the whole field it feels super close and the race is tight. There are the people who race smart and those who fired too many bullets too soon.
I know there's lots of different challenging elements of the run, including the sand ladder and a few pieces on the soft sand itself. So that's going to be a huge challenge, but it'll be nice to, you know, push the pace leading into that and I guess see what I've got left, because yeah, I just really want to get out there, test myself and lay it all on the course.
The run course on the Escape from Alcatraz Triathlon is 8 miles, 4 miles out and 4 miles back. During the run, the athletes will go from sea level to 300 feet twice. There's also a variety of running surfaces out on course: asphalt, loose gravel, dirt, sand, and that includes the sand ladder, 400 steps to get outside Baker Beach. With 2,000 athletes running, you can sometimes feel as though you're in a traffic jam. The course can be narrow in parts, and athletes need to use strategy in their maneuvers when deciding to attack or recover. It's flat, fast, hilly, and technical. The run course, it's got everything.
Josh Amberger certainly has his own space. He is still in front, about 60 seconds ahead of this champion.
That's exactly what Josh said that he wanted. He said he needed about 30 seconds to a minute in order to have a chance at taking down Andy Potts.
Well, the unknown factor here is Eric Lagerstrom. He and Andy Potts have never raced head-to-head. This is the first time ever. Also, Lagerstrom is a rookie. Back to the women, though, there's a charge from Goss.
Lauren Goss seems to be taking this out really fast. She's now ahead of Leanda Cave already. And Leanda looks like she's trying to hold on here, which, if she can stay in contact, could keep her in this race.
But there is a storm brewing behind, and it is the Australian, Ashley Gentle, who is known to be very fleet of foot.
Ashley said that she wanted to leave it all out on the course, so perhaps leading into the run, which is her strong suit, that's exactly what she's going to do.
This nice, easy start, arguably the flat part is now over. The first of many stairs. Amberger is heading up. You can see different techniques are used by the athletes here.
Some athletes will take 1 step at a time, some will take 2. It all just really depends on how they're feeling and, you know, trying to utilize different muscles.
Gentle going past Leander Cave and hunting down this woman out in front. It is Goss, who appears to be labouring.
We've seen this grimace on her face starting about 3/4 of the way through the bike. She's clearly really pushing herself and redlining at this point.
Well, the heart rate will be so high here, racing up the stairs. It's a long uphill climb. Here come the men at the top of that section, and that is Lagerström. The Americans are in second, third, and fourth. The Australian still has the lead.
Josh is taking this downhill really quickly, and he needs to do that. He needs a little bit of reckless abandon in this part of the course.
Potts appears to be closing the gap here on this very tough section of mix of soft and hard sand. This is where his strength really plays to him.
This is also the first place that Josh will really have been able to see where these three men are. When he made this turn, he'd be able to see that they're closing in on him, and he needs to really dig deep.
Hashtag digging deep and closing in. That is Gentle chasing down Lauren Goss. She is flying, and we get a chance to see here the different terrains and also road surfaces that these athletes have to deal with.
Athletes are not used to dealing with stairs and pavement and sand, so it's certainly a challenge. I have to give Lauren Goss a lot of credit here because she really has taken this run out hard. She knows that Ashley's coming, and she knows she has to push as hard as she can to make it a battle.
Ashley is closing the gap, but this is the section of the course that can make or break somebody's race.
The timing mat at the top of the 200-step sand ladder might signify that the sand steps have come to an end, but the uphill is not quite over yet. There's still about 400 meters left of uphill when you reach this point, and athletes need to find their running rhythm so that they can push hard on the long downhill to home.
Our competitors have been racing flat out now for over 1 hour and 45 minutes, and Josh Amberger is running scared, approaching the feared sand ladder.
Andy mentioned the importance of not only racing your competitors, but also tactically racing this course. It'll be interesting to see how he handles this sand ladder and if his goal is to get to the top first.
Well, this is unusual because ordinarily, for most of the last 10 races that Potts has done here, he has been first to the sand ladder and certainly first to the top. Now Amberger continues to throw down the challenge. He's been here before last year. He knows how to pace, and he knows the pain that he's going to face, as opposed to Eric Lagerström. This is his first time.
I can't remember the last time we saw 4 men on the sand ladder together. We'll be able to see the different techniques. Andy taking more of a walk approach, where Josh and Eric seem to be running a bit more. There's pros and cons to both, so we'll have to see whose legs have more when they get to the top.
4 completely different styles. It looks like Potts is taking the energy-conserving approach. His long legs, though, allowing him to gain ground on the leader, but also Lagerström. Look at him bounding up those stairs.
Lauren Goss refusing to back down as she reaches the turnaround point at the end of Baker Beach. She can finally see Ashley Gentle just behind her, and she knows what lays ahead is going to be a big challenge for both.
And we have to remember here that this is the first time that Ashley Gentle has raced this course.
Now at the top of the sand ladder, look at this. We have Andy Potts, who has closed the gap to Josh Amberger, and right behind, refusing to quit, the rookie, Eric Lagerström.
The sand ladder splits tells a story of tactics and smart racing. Andy Potts walked, but he had the fastest time. Kevin Collington lost quite a bit of ground on the 3 leaders at that point of the race.
Andy has now made the pass. He is back where he loves to be, at the front of this race.
And Andy Potts is known as a very good downhill runner. He does have those long legs that enable him to really throw himself down the stairs with a lot of stability. Kevin Collington now has to make up that time that he lost on the sand ladder. This race is down to 4.
The women now approaching the sand ladder. Lauren Goss still with a bit of breathing room, but Ashley Gentle is definitely closing in. It'll be interesting to see how Ashley approaches this sand ladder, since she's never tackled it before.
And you can see how difficult this soft sand is. Goss pushing herself forward, but almost tripping over. And as she hits the stairs, let's see what approach she takes. She's going to pull herself up and alternate with a bit of leaping. She's a little bit like a Labrador puppy tripping over her feet right now. This is going to cost her time.
Goss is showing that she has really put everything out there. You know, she swam hard, she's been riding hard, and it's clearly taken a toll on her legs.
Ashley Gentle, though, choosing the middle ground. And as we look at that, tripping up the stairs, this is so hard. It is so painful. And Gentle looks smooth. She's conserving her pace, yet she's definitely making up time.
It's never a good sign when the hands go to the thighs. That just means that Lauren is really, really struggling. I hope that she hasn't put too much on the line too soon.
Now on the downhill section, this is very fast. Amberger really stretching out here, but he is chasing Andy Potts in the lead. Back to the women, and we can see Marinda Carfrae, the Ironman champion, is now closing in on Leander Cave. Another extraordinary run from that champion.
Marinda loves to close hard on this course. She did that last year, and hopefully she can do it again. Once she reaches Leanda, she's gonna know that she's on the podium and she's gonna start hunting for first.
The sand ladder splits for the women. Ashley Gentle, 2:15. Smooth and fast, and 6 seconds faster than her nearest rivals.
Eric Lagerstrom seems to be taking these with kind of a reckless abandon, knowing that he needs to stay in contact with Andy if he wants to win.
Well, not just staying in contact, he closed the gap there. Andy looking nervously behind him. And we see Collington also making ground. That is the battle for third place right there. A little bit tentative for Josh, and Collington closing in. This is the race for the podium right now. Lagerstrom and Potts have not raced each other before. Now they are racing in over the last mile. What we do know is that Lagerstrom was the US Super Sprint champion and has some finishing speed. And speaking of speed, Marinda Carfrae has now moved up past Leander Cave, who is definitely showing the signs of that hard bike leg.
We have a lead change. It looks like Ashley Gentle is now our women's leader. She has passed Lauren Goss, and she is flying down these steps.
And from this point, it is all flat. It is 2 miles to the finish. There's a big prize purse at the end. Gentle looking really smooth. Goss is not giving up.
And here come our 2 men at the front of this race, Potts and Lagerstrom. Lagerstrom has been stalking Potts all day from the swim to the bike, and now they're coming into the final shoot to the finish.
Just a couple of 100 yards to go. Potts puts in a surge. Has the champion got his 7th win in him? Lagerstrom comes back. He's moving up onto his shoulders, and he's gone past him for the win.
With Andy Potts, shoulder, Lagerstrom, Potts. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Lagerstrom! Unbelievable.
What an incredible finish there by Eric Lagerstrom. The rookie takes victory in his first attempt here over a great champion. And what a run from Kevin Collington to finish in 3rd place.
What an incredible race. These guys just put it all out there, and nobody fought harder than this guy, Josh Amberger. He went out hard, and to finish 4th, a disappointment, but he really needs to be proud of himself.
The final standings for the men. Eric Lagerstrom takes victory in a sprint finish over Potts and Collington. A fantastic race also by Graham O'Grady from New Zealand. Let's hear from our champion.
Once I saw the arch and kind of had progressive realizations of I'm almost there, once we got onto the grass, I just, you know, I kind of had that feeling like I've worked so hard to be like right here. Like it's gonna be, I don't know, there wasn't any way I was gonna let that go.
The women, 1 mile to go, but the race is not over yet. You know, this is where Ashley shines on the flats. She's used to this from ITU racing, but don't discount Goss.
And she is within sight of the finish line now. That closing speed has stood her in excellent stead today. And another rookie is going to come into the finish line and take victory.
2015 Escape from Alcatraz champion, Ashley Gentle.
What a fantastic race by this young woman today. She needs to be really proud of herself. She really put it out there, and she tackled this course as if she'd done it before.
Lauren Goss comes in second place in this great race, a result she should be immensely proud of. She gave it everything she had. She didn't leave anything at all on the course. And look at the gap to third place.
This is an incredibly close finish for first and second. And here, Mirinda Carfrey, multiple-time Kona winner, has charged home and put herself on the podium.
And she is enjoying this finish line, the crowd appreciative of her incredible performance.
Mirinda looking so fresh at the finish line. I just want to see her dig in and go for it next year.
Leander Cave, four-time champion here, will settle for fourth place today, but clearly still enjoyed this incredible challenge.
The final standings for the women. Australian Ashley Gentle taking home the win in 2 hours, 13 minutes, 43 seconds. Rounding out the podium, Lauren Goss and Mirinda Carfrey. What a race we had today.
I just thought, okay, I'll just try and make my move on the flat. I guess that's probably the best place for me because it was more like, I don't know, the ITU is about speed, so I was like, maybe I'll just wait till there, get into my rhythm, and hopefully I would be able to break her. She definitely put up a tough fight, so yeah, really happy to see that red banner and come along the chute with so many fans who are really, really nice and supportive the whole way through.
The Escape from Alcatraz Triathlon in 2015 has been run and won. A special thanks to the City and County of San Francisco, San Francisco Recreations and Parks, Golden Gate Bridge Highway and Transportation District, Golden Gate National Recreation Area, and the Presidio Trust. 2 Rookies of the Rock are this year's champions in what is arguably the most exciting race in the event's 35-year history. USA's Eric Lagerstrom and Australian rising star Ashley Gentle. On behalf of Jenna Parker and the entire production crew, I'm Mark Fuel. As always, Alcatraz has served up something spectacular. It's been great to have your company. See you all next year as once again we escape from Alcatraz.